How's everybody doing? This is Dave. This is Cooking with Pawpaw. We're going to make some cinnamon rolls. Alright, to make cinnamon rolls, here's what we need. We need 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of milk, half a cup of water, 1/4 cup of sugar, a pack of yeast, 2 tablespoons of butter, not margarine, butter, and 1 egg. Okay? We got a half a cup of water in our bowl with 2 tablespoons of butter in it. We got to put our sugar in there and our milk, and we got to microwave it till the butter almost melts. And then we'll add it to our flour and salt and yeast and make a dough. So we're going to get that in there and let it get warmed up and start putting some of these together. And Maya will be up here in a little bit to say hey to y'all, I'm sure. But we're going to do that real quick. I forgot to tell you, put the 1/4 cup of sugar in with the milk, water, and butter in the microwave to melt.
Hi, my name's Maya.
Pause it.
Hi.
Okay. We got our water, sugar, milk, and butter out of the microwave. Got our flour, our yeast, and our salt in the bowl. We're going to whisk that together just a little bit. Okay. So now we're going to add our water, butter, sugar, and milk to our flour. And get in there and scrape all the sugar and milk and water and butter out of that microwave safe bowl. And we'll mix this up. I got a fork to mix it with. So we're going to do just mix it together. When it comes together into dough ball, we're going to add our egg. And then we're going to knead it for 5 minutes. Till it becomes elastic. And then we got to let it rest for 5 minutes to raise. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay. So it's time to lose the fork. Because it's not going to do us no good no more. We're going to put the egg in it. And this time I won't be washing my hands after I handle the egg because I got to put my hands in the egg to mix it in. I need it. So that way you know why I'm not washing my hands after I handle the egg. And I've learned how to work this recording device. Unlike the very first video we did, Maya taught me well how to do it. So we're going to put this egg in and then we're going to start our timer for 5 minutes while we knead it. Okay, so I'm going to start the timer and we'll be back because I'm going to knead it. Okay, our dough's rose. I've got 4 tablespoons of butter melted. It's got 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon of almond in it, mix it with the butter. I got 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar and a tablespoon of in it. And the bowl is mixed together real good and crumbled up, ready to go in. Got our cutting board flour. We're going to grab our dough and roll it out. All right. So, our dough's rose. Now we're going to get it out here and roll it out. Get all your dough there. All right. Put some flour on it. Kind of knead it together just a little bit. Got the rolling pin out. Flip it over. You want this to be about 9 inches, about 13 inches when you roll it out. So we're going to roll it out. And then we'll put it all together and make us some cinnamon rolls. We got to let them raise again once we get them rolled out and rolled up. We're going to put them in a 200-degree oven for them to raise. I got the oven preheated. Got to make this thing somewhat right so you can roll them. I'm going to spin this cutting board around because it's not cooperating. I mean, it's got to be a rectangle. And kind of make it as level as you can as far as size-wise and thickness. And I got my little pastry paintbrush over here to paint my butter on. Use your hand if you have to. All right, that looks good. So we'll get rid of our rolling pin. Get our paintbrush out. Paint our butter, vanilla, and almond on it. Be liberal with it. You got 4 tablespoons to use. So just put it on there because this is going to be your filling. And leave a little bit on the end, not buttered, because that way it'll seal. Put all that delicious butter on it. Okay. We got all of our butter. Get this dough off my fingers so I'm not doing that crazy. Wash our hands. And carry on. Okay. Now we're going to sprinkle our brown sugar and cinnamon on it. Make a nice cover. And then we're going to roll them up. And break your brown sugar up and stuff so it's all mixed good. You don't want no clumps or lumps. Get in there and spread it out real good. So you got a good even covering on it. All the way to the edges. Okay, now we're going to roll this up and cut it up. I got my knife out to cut it up with. I've got a 13 by 9 glass pan sprayed with butter Pam. That's what I use is Pam. You want to roll this up, trying to keep it kind of sort of tight. And then we'll get it all cut up and in the pan to raise again. Kind of keep it as true as possible when you're rolling it. Cut it in 13 pieces. And lay them in there. I'm making mine about 1.5 inches thick. I think Maya's on the phone. That's why she's not up here with us. That's 8. Well, we got 11. But that's okay. We can deal with 11, right? And here's what they look like when you get them cut up. All right, I'm going to cover these with tin foil and put them in the oven. And we got to put them in the oven at 200 degrees. I'm looking for 200 for 25 minutes. Okay, we've got them raised. I'm gonna grab them here, and we got to raise the oven temp to 375 and let it cut the temp, and then bake them for 15 to 18 minutes. Okay. And this time we leave the tin foil off. Oh my goodness. And there they are after we got them raised. It shouldn't have been like that, but okay. I'm going to raise the oven temp and then put them back in 15 to 18. We got to go up to 375. I'll show them to you when they're done.